We were lucky enough to get a lot of information early for Season 20, as we had a lot of game journalists and creators being able to playtest Apex Season 20 early, and specifically they showed us all of the perks before they appeared in the patch notes. But the patch notes actually do have some discrepancy between what we were actually leaked and what you may have seen in all the videos in the last week. So in this video, I'm going to be covering all of the secret changes that you might not have noticed that you should probably know before you jump into Season 20, so you know exactly what's coming. So what we're going to do is take a look at all of the legend perks that are different to what we had originally thought based on all the early gameplay. Alright, starting off with Loba, her perks have switched places, and it actually makes a lot more sense now, because at level 2 you get a choice between a tactical upgrade or a black market upgrade, and at level 3 you also get a choice between a tactical and black market upgrade. So you can choose to increase her tactical height and range, and you can also have the reduced tactical cooldown at the same time, so you can go for a really powerful tactical build, or you could go for a really powerful ultimate build by increasing her ult range by 25% and allowing Loba herself to take an extra item from the black market, so it's good for Loba. One thing I didn't know before, but Lifeline's gift wrapped perk at level 3 causes her next care package to be a supply drop, but this supply drop will actually drop a red weapon, and it will also drop a gold weapon, so that one of your teammates could also have a gold weapon to use, which I think is great. One of Conduit's perks had a small change to Radiant Transfer, where it increases her tactical range by 10 meters instead of 15 meters, but Conduit also has had some pretty bad nerfs in Season 20 that we didn't know about before. These nerfs are as follows. Her tactical cooldown has been increased by 5 seconds, her shield generation rate has decreased from 20 HP per second to 15 health per second, and her temporary shield generation time has increased from 8 seconds to 9 seconds. So it's much slower at healing your teammates. She also had a slight nerf to her ultimate. It lasts 15 seconds less time now, the mines have 50 HP less, and if the mines are placed too close to each other, they have a much greater chance of just being destroyed. Catalyst was done really dirty because her perks actually seemed pretty okay, but yeah, she's been done terribly. Basically, her first 2 perks just revert an old nerf where she can't throw spikes as far anymore, and she could no longer have 3 spikes out at a time. But it turns out her level 3 perks are also reverting nerfs that are coming in Season 20, because Long Veil increases her ultimate length by 15 meters, and in Season 20, her normal ultimate is getting reduced by 15 meters anyway. So it's just going to feel exactly how it is now. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And her final perk, which increases her ultimate lifetime by 5 seconds, is reverting another nerf in Season 20, because the ultimate lifetime is being reduced from 25 seconds to 15 seconds. So with the extra lifetime perk, it's still going to be shorter than it is right now. Bloodhound gets a perk where White Ravens charge their ultimate by 25% when activated, and this is actually because Bloodhound's getting a nerf where the White Ravens will no longer do this automatically. They only do this if you have the perk equipped, so that's important to know. If you want to be charging their ult, you have to choose that perk. One of Crypto's perks did have a change. His level 3 network expansion perk no longer increases the EMP range by 50%. Instead, it only increases the Neuralink and EMP range by 25%. This is still a huge improvement. It's just not going to be an absolute nuke like it was in the playtest. And we also got some numbers here. His ultimate cooldown will be reduced by 30 seconds with one of his perks, or his tactical by 10 seconds with his other perk. So reducing his ult by 30 seconds and having the increased range on the ult is going to be really, really good. I think Crypto's going to be great because Crypto also got a buff. That's right. Crypto now logs into his drone much faster, and he can recall his drone even faster. So it's going to feel much smoother playing as Crypto, which I think is great. And I'm actually going to be trying out Crypto in Season 20 because I think this could be pretty nice. Horizon has a level 3 perk that reduces her tactical cooldown by 5 seconds. But again, similar to Catalyst, all this is doing is reverting a nerf coming in Season 20. In Season 20, Horizon's tactical cooldown is going from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. So you'll need purple armor and this level 3 perk just to bring it back down to what it currently is. Again, another thing to note, Horizon's not getting a buff at all. This is actually really, really weak. Another important change for Pathfinder, he is gaining access to survey beacons or ring consoles for his level 2 perks, and these will also charge his ultimate like you do when you scan a care package. However, it was revealed in these patch notes that scanning beacons or care packages with Pathfinder will only give you 50% of his ult charge instead of 100. But this isn't the end of the world, because it also reduces his ultimate cooldown by 15 seconds instead of 10 seconds, which if you do 4 of these scans, you'll be able to get 60-second faster ultimate cooldown passively, which is actually really good. So it definitely negates the 50% charge. So I don't think Pathfinder is bad at all. I think this is actually still great for him. We also got the exact numbers on Revenant and Ash's perk, the Murder Machine, which will call out the number of squads within 150 meters after a squad wipe. 150 meters is a good distance. It's actually the same distance as a Wraith portal. So anyone in that entire radius around you, if there's a squad there, you'll know about it. So this is going to really help third parties, and this is definitely a nice perk for Revenant and Ash. If you have either of them on your team and you want that recon, 150 meters every time you kill an entire squad, you'll be told how many squads are around you. So that's pretty much all the legend perks that have changed, if it's a change to the actual values of them, or if it's changed by where they're positioned in the perk system. But those are definitely important to know about, especially if you've been watching the recent videos about all of the legend perks. Now, there are some other changes that might go unnoticed in the patch notes. One, the heat shields and legend ultimates can no longer be placed on tridents. So you can't be putting heat shields on tridents anymore. This was supposedly a bug anyway. You can't be putting Gibby shields. You can't be putting Watson ults, anything like that. You can't have on tridents anymore. Also, if you have a support legend on your team, you're going to be very thankful, because support legends get a huge buff in Season 20 because they can actually equip you with smart gear by opening their extended supply bins. And when I say smart gear, it means knockdown shields, helmets, and backpacks that you need on your team. And if you all have purple level gear, such as purple backpacks, then it has a chance of giving you gold gear. And obviously having gold backpacks and gold knockdown shields with the perks that come with them is great. Gold helmets as well are going to be really powerful in Season 20 because so many perks already reduce your tactical cooldown. Imagine having a gold helmet on top of that. Having a support legend gives you a much better chance of getting these kind of equipment. And you may not know this, but with the brand new level up system, opening an extended supply bin as a support legend will give you and your entire team Evo points to help level you up. I believe it's 100 points. So opening these already gives you a huge advantage, and the fact that they're even more powerful is just so much better. So having a support legend on your team is definitely going to be very valuable. And another change that I think I can't really not include in this video, because if somebody doesn't notice this and they try ratting in the zone, they're going to meet a bitter end, because they've now implemented ring exploit prevention into Season 20. So if you're spending too much time outside of the ring, you will eventually be warned and then eliminated. Now, I don't know exactly how long it will be. I think there's been overwhelming support for this feature, as of course there's a huge problem with people just ratting in the zone, constantly healing. But I don't know, hopefully this does have a great impact on the game and the overall health of the game. But there you go, those are some important secret changes that I think you don't really want to miss out on, mainly because most of you have already seen all the videos covering the legend perks, and you don't want to go into Season 20 thinking a legend has a perk and then finding out it's completely different. But let me know, who do you think is going to be the best legend in Season 20, which kicks off in about an hour from the release of this video, depending on how fast I can edit this one.